My name is Josiah Williams, and I am a proud graduate of Bradley University, class of 2014. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I looked at schools all over the place. I looked at some in California, Chicago, Nevada. I didn't have that moment after getting into any of those schools where I said, this is the school that I want to be at. So I did another college search. I did one of those online searches where I put in all the information that I wanted in a school, and I got two choices, and one of them was Bradley University. So I went to the website, I checked it out. Everything looked awesome. It looked really cool, and I checked to see if they had, the program that I was interested in, and I went ahead and applied and got in. The cool thing about being at Bradley for me was, I'm close enough, obviously, to get home if I really need to, but it's that good distance to be away from home and try something different. So I'm telling my family about it, and we're getting ready to go down for this scholarship audition for the Department of Theater Arts. And then I just happened to find out that my godfather attended Bradley University in 1944. So I've now known you for 18 years of my life and your life. And now all of a sudden you just want to tell me, oh yeah, I went there, by the way. What? So he starts telling me about, what Bradley was like, obviously as a black man back in 1944. It was challenging, but he's telling me all this crazy stuff, like tuition was $500. I think in my first semester as a college student, $500 was what I spent on books. So he was the one that brought me down for my scholarship audition, and he took me around Peoria and showed me the different places, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. So I was able to tour campus with my godfather, who attended way back when. He's gonna be mad at me if he ever sees this, because I just said way back when. My scholarship audition was a lot of fun. I met with some of the students in the Department of Theater Arts, and I could tell that it was like one big family. Everybody knew each other. Everybody seemed to be very supportive of each other. I had a chance to speak with some of the professors, and it was very cool. They engaged with me one-on-one. I was able to attend the class and see what it was like, obviously coming out of high school, going into college. You have no idea except for what you've heard and maybe what you've seen on movies, but Bradley gave me a great insight of what it would be like to be a theater student. They treated me as one of their own before I even got there. And I'm not just saying this for the video, just, for clarity. I actually mean, like, they took care of me while I was there, and that meant a whole lot. So my time at Bradley in February 2010, during that couple days of just a scholarship interview, I knew this is where I want to be. So fast forward to summer 2010, this is orientation. And it seemed like there was gonna be so much, like overwhelming almost to do, but it was the perfect amount of time right before college, and I really enjoyed it. I had a chance to meet some of the people that I would be in school with for 4 years. We just hung out throughout, most of orientation, and went to some of the places in Campus Town. Sorry, I know my mind is all over the place right now, but I'm trying to speed through the beginning so that I can get to the important stuff, which is actually being at Bradley University. While at Bradley, man, I did so much. I put myself literally in so many different activities that I can't even count them all. There was a lot. I knew that I wanted to come to Bradley and be involved as much as I possibly could. You hear so much about make the most out of your college experience. My freshman year was much more of a, kind of like a testing the waters, I guess. Getting to know what it's like to be a college student, but really seeing what it's like to have enough time to do homework, but also enough time just to be me. So in high school, I did a lot of poetry, spoken word, a lot of just writing and general journaling. Bradley opened up everything else for me, and I eventually became a performing and recording artist. Mostly hip hop, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of soul, rhythmic soul, pop. I tried a whole lot while I was there. The cool thing about being a performing artist at Bradley, one, it's an intimate campus, so you meet a lot of people all at once, and everybody pretty much knows each other. But two, everybody's trying to establish themselves, and everybody's very supportive of each other. So, I was able to really grow in my art of establishing, I guess, what people would call a fan base. But also of connecting and saying, hey, how can I use you on my song? Guy playing your saxophone on the quad. That guy, by the way, ended up being on 3 of my songs. Very, very cool and inspirational artist. Obviously, I had to keep up with my academics as well, and that never really slipped. I had to do my part, and I made my parents a promise, and I kept it. So towards the end of my freshman year, I got in my first main stage production at Bradley, which was America Live, and it carried throughout the rest of my 3 years at Bradley, and I eventually did about 9 main stage shows, which was really cool, working with all different types of people. Obviously, some people graduate and new people come in, so it's just like a full community. Each year was a learning experience, each year was a stepping stone, and I'm glad that I had people in my life at Bradley who were trustworthy, that I could talk to about anything. There was definitely that point, and I think that most people have this, where I needed somebody to bring me back to reality. Obviously, with being away from home in college, you tend to have, more freedom. And I think there were a lot of people that, they said, hey Joe, you're on a good path. We don't want to see you stray too far. You just need to calm down a little bit. I wouldn't say I was like reckless or anything like that. Everybody has their moments where you mess up, but I think that's what college is about. I'm not ashamed to say that I made mistakes in college, and there's nothing wrong with that. That was the perfect time to have any learning experiences, both academically, but on a personal level as well. And I think many people, forget about that, and they think that, it's just, fun and games and academics, but I think that there's a good reality to the college setting. If there's anything that I learned from college, it's this: you're not perfect, and you won't be, but you can make the most out of whatever experience that you have. So now let's go to the positive again. I had a lot of cool experiences while I was at Bradley. I opened up a show for Chance the Rapper, which, first of all, you don't get to do that every day. It was a crazy opportunity. They told me about it right at the end of my junior year and said, hey, this is a possibility. Would you want to do this? And this is a student-led organization, by the way. They were the ones that made all the contacts and made this concert happen. Of course, they had funding and support and things like that. It shows you the power of a student mind of, let's get a growing artist here on our own. I heard about people who were driving down from Chicago, from Milwaukee, all over the Midwest. I got a chance to meet them, give them one of my CDs, just, hey, thank you for letting me open up for you. The crazy thing about the situation, that day was the same day that Lil Wayne dropped his mixtape, which had a Chance the Rapper feature on it. So that was just a cool opportunity, one that I obviously will never forget. One of my favorite experiences at Bradley, I helped create the university's first official music video, which is called One More Night in Peoria. I was approached by the marketing department and they said, hey look, there are a lot of incoming students each year, and a lot of them don't know about Bradley, don't know about Peoria. We want to be able to show the city and show the campus in a fun way, and can you help us out with that? So I made an original song, and we put it all together throughout that summer. Overall, we expected, hey, let's make our goal like 10,000 views. And it was crazy because that's what we got in the first week. Just not expecting that at all. It was a big buzz around town. I went to local news to talk about it, got on the radio and talked about it. It was on everybody's blog in town. Obviously, I don't take all the credit. That's not the type of person that I am. But I enjoy just working with a lot of people of making this happen. I appreciated the fact that they trusted me with writing a song. Obviously, there were certain guidelines and things that I had to follow, but they let me have a creative hand in this, and that was something that I'll never forget. There's literally a whole lot that I could talk about. There's no way that I could fit this all in a 5-minute, 10-minute video. But just because I've graduated, that does not mean that my Bradley experience is over. I graduated, and within a couple days I got a job here in Peoria, so I'm still around. I'm still on Bradley's campus a lot. I help out with a Bible study. I co-lead every other Tuesday. I'm now the official in-venue MC for Bradley Braves basketball games. I help out with a lot of events on campus in the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. Bradley is home for me. Of course I don't plan on staying in Peoria forever, but I'm just thankful for the opportunities that I had. A big part of my college story is that I made the most out of every moment, and that's what I highly recommend for each and every one of you. I don't want to take too much of your time. I could literally talk about this forever, but I won't. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm definitely down to talk. Facebook, Twitter, carrier pigeon. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I hope that at some point in this, something struck you of like, hey, I might actually want to go to this school. And I hope that one day I can listen to your story. Go far, go Bradley, go Braves.